First of all, I know you've been a little busy, so thanks for taking some time.
Thank you.
I appreciate it. Right now, you're about 3-4 points in the polls. We are a month away from your convention. We're 3 months away from this election,
Right.
and we're sitting in Berlin.
Right.
Why is that?
Well, obviously, the priority in this trip was traveling to Afghanistan and Iraq, where we've got enormous commitments, and we've got to get that right. Part of getting that right is having the Europeans engaged and involved in this same battle that we're involved with against terrorism, to make sure that we're creating a climate where nuclear weapons can't fall into the hands of terrorists, dealing with the situation in Iran, trying to broker peace in the Middle East. All those issues are ones where we can lead, but only if we've got serious partners. And so it was very important for me to have a chance to meet with Merkel. I'll be meeting with President Sarkozy of France today, Gordon Brown tomorrow, just to deliver the message that Americans want to partner with these countries in order for us to be successful, and also to relieve some of the burden on our fighting men and women in Afghanistan and Iraq.
But what's the message to Americans? Because if they're sitting back there going, what does my foreclosure on my house, the gas prices, have to do with him giving a speech in Berlin? Does it, I mean, they don't see any relationship.
Well, it's very specific. If we have more NATO troops in Afghanistan, then that's potentially fewer American troops over the long term, which means that we're spending fewer billions of dollars, which means we can invest those billions of dollars in making sure that we're providing tax cuts to middle-class families who are struggling with higher gas prices. If we've got serious commitments from Europeans to deal with these energy issues in the same ways that we need to deal with them, that will have an impact on our economy. Issues of trade, issues of the economy, all these issues are now connected in this globalized economy. And so, but I also wouldn't underestimate the degree to which people in Ohio or people in Michigan or people in Missouri recognize that our long-term safety and our long-term security is going to depend on how we can interact with key allies. And you know, it's amazing how often I get questions from people about when are we going to be able to reassert respect in the world, and that's part of the message that we're sending here.
Let me go back a couple of days to your visit to Israel. We are learning that a defense committee in Israel has now given a green light, has to go through several more steps, has given a green light for 20 new homes in the West Bank. And your advice on that is what? Is that okay as far as the U.S. is concerned?
You know, as you said, we haven't seen the whole process move forward, but as a general proposition, the Israelis sitting down with the Palestinians in Annapolis and in previous agreements have recognized that these settlements are not helpful. And I think it's important for Israelis to abide by their commitments when it comes to settlements in the same ways that the Palestinians abide by their commitments for cracking down on terrorists in the West Bank and previously in Gaza. Now obviously Hamas controls Gaza, and so it makes it more difficult for Abbas to assert himself there. But the key is for both parties to do what they say and build trust and confidence so that they can move forward. And the United States has to be a significant presence in that process.
So President Obama would say, don't do this.
President Obama would say, follow